I mean, that's gotta be one crazy pilot right there. Now, many of my friends of terrifying cable management, over the past year, I've been kind of looks-maxing my motion flight simulator setup, with which I stream. We've had so much fun in those live streams, am I right? Ah! Why did it happen now? I mean, let's be real, this setup practically has everything you'd ever wish for. The beautiful FlightSim.com yoke that has a motor in it, so yes, it's force feedback, a beautiful depth of field motion platform, all good, but when it comes to the actual flying, there's always one thing missing, and it's, the views. I mean, I have this trackpad right here, it's more convenient than a mouse, and, to view around the cockpit, I have to use it, and use the arrow buttons here on my keyboard to then start up the airplane, all that stuff. It's not super perfect in that regard, which is why lots of people would recommend me to use an eye tracker or a head tracker. Oh, and this is where the beautiful company of Tobii comes into play. I've already made a video about them. They're kind of the best eye tracking hardware manufacturer out there now. And I'm of course saying that not because they are the sponsor of this video, everybody, yes. You may remember 1 year ago I made a video about the Tobii Eye Tracker 5, which is made out of metal, so you can beat people with it. But that's not the purpose. The Tobii company just reached out to me saying that they've got a big birthday to celebrate. Yes, everybody, Tobii is turning 23 years old this summer, which is why you can get the Eye Tracker 5 for 20% off for the next 2 weeks for 223 euros. Obviously, that's not nothing of a price, but I guess we'll find out very soon why it's worth it. Yes, everybody, now that we've received our beautiful product, we can just put it onto this huge screen right here. The easiest way to mount the sensor to your screen, kind of like a Wii really, is through this magnetic strip that the eye tracker comes with in the box. It works well on like flat screens. Yes. Take a look at this. If you do have a curved monitor, the Tobii Eye Tracker comes with another way to fit it to the screen. Yeah, that's the way how I fitted it to my old setup. All you have to do now is plug in your USB-A cable. It's relatively short, but in the box there is a USB extension cable. I won't need that today because my computer is right down there. There we go. And the good thing is that once you download the Tobii software, yes, everything is super plug and play. Immediately, the Tobii Eye Tracker works. Yes, when you download the software for the first time, you get the Tobii Experience app with which you can, calibrate your set display, or well, you'd have to. So it's very easy. It's kind of, just dragging this thing right here so that it fits your sensor like that. Another app you need is the Game Hub app, with which you can actually configure the games. Obviously, we're using the Tobii Eye Tracker for flight simulation, but there's tons of other games that you could use. Just once again, you can set up all the games here with the sensitivities in terms of pitch and yaw, right? But also the roll, which works great. I've set that to very low. We can set that to very high. And I mean, that's gotta be one crazy pilot right there. Yes, I like setting the sensitivity to relatively low. Now, this tracker does not only do eyes, but it also does head. That's what she said. What that means is that you can actually move about in the cockpit, which is insanely cool. I mean, just for making my videos, for making my live streams, it's kind of nice to have a more lively POV camera effect. By the way, let me just go ahead and turn on the magic bubble right here, which shows you where I'm looking. Don't tell your girlfriend about this feature, because she is going to want to test you.
Damn it.
One big problem about this setup right here has always kind of been that, flying more complicated planes was quite a pain in the ass. This right here is a 747-200, which of course, not only has this big overhead panel, but yes, also this engineering panel. So that means we have to somehow move about in the cockpit. I would have normally have to, use the trackpad to move my mouse here, and then use my arrow keys to travel somewhat to the engineering panel. Now I don't have to do that anymore because this thumb switch right here, which you would normally use to view around in the cockpit, I've set up to actually translate in the cockpit. Here we go, we can nicely go to the engineering panel indeed set up all our stuff, all we need, and then we can go back. All I have to do there is put my eyes on the edge of the screen, and we can very easily travel and view all the way around the cockpit now, because there's a new feature here in the Tobii app. It's called Camera Boost. And so if you gaze to the edge of your screen and then move your head a little bit, you very quickly move all around, and so you have a very good sight all throughout the cockpit. That's really nice. Alright everybody, so I think it's about time we actually take this plane to the skies. Go full power in the engines, yes. You know, this is the kind of review that's kind of hard to do, because it's hard to describe the feeling of being shaken around in the motion simulator, as well as the camera shaking as your head is shaking. It's very cool, actually. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually even take off. I'm not sure if this is even possible. You might actually end up in a crash. Come on, 747. You should be able. We died. Sorry. All right, let me try a little bit more of a more agile airplane. This right here is, of course, the Boeing 757, a sporty one for sure. Let's go full power on this one. And well, we can really feel it. Come on, let's go easy here. We are at 100 knots already. We're looking great. Yes. Beautiful takeoff done on the 757. Yes, with an especially sportier plane, this is a lot more fun. Yes, and the landing gear is coming up, which is why the whole thing is shaking. A little laggy. Anyway, this is a good time to teach you a fun fact. Just imagine you're in a turn, let's do a relatively sharp turn right here. Question is, should you lean with the aircraft, or should you try to withstand that leanage and lean towards the horizon? Obviously the correct answer is to lean with the aircraft. Good making a point here, huh? Well, I'm very excited to tell you this is now part of my permanent streaming setup. This is so nice. We can just easily move about and, change stuff in the overhead panel and return right back to flying the plane. Very nice. Let me see if I can land as well. All right, everything doing well. It's a bit shaky here as well. This is a great POV view. I think you could genuinely make TikToks out of it and trick people into thinking this is real life just based off the head movements, like a GoPro strapped to a head. I think that's so cool. Anyway, what are the usual concerns with these kind of eye tracking hardware? Obviously it's a great question to ask whether glasses work or if this thing works in the dark. And the answer to both of these questions is actually yes, because this is obviously using IR technology, and infrared is invincible to low light or glasses, so this is fine. Come on.
30, 20.
Jesus, what am I even doing here? I think the rudder is wrong. I need to replace it. Let's go ahead now and stop with this beautiful 757. Make those brakes burn. That was the worst landing I've ever seen. Great. Here we go. All is well. I think I'm going to spend all day just leaning out of the window. This is kind of like hybrid VR. So buddy, here we are. The 757's landed beautifully. I'm very much happy to add the Tobii to my live streams permanently. And again, huge thanks to Tobii for sponsoring this video and making interesting video projects possible. Make sure to check out their sale before it's over, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night.